Hello, and welcome back to Tales of Middle-earth Never Leave Bree Challenge. I am Circle Master. I could have sworn, there it is. I have one potion of experience. I'm going to get a stack of them before I extract any more, in the hopes that doing a whole stack at once will increase my chances. It won't actually, but it will make me feel better. And it will mistakenly make me think that it had an effect when on potions 11 through 14 or whatever, this finally works and I get the recipe. They really want me to buy that iron rod of the Istari, but I'm pretty sure I already got that recipe. Let me just... It's under time, I'm sure. Yep, rod of the Istari. I already have it. It can go to hell. Oh boy, another prophecy. I do so love the prophecies. I've already been fated to die twice. Let's see, you may meet a scrawny cat on level 1, which I now have twice. Because just 2 above that, I may meet a scrawny cat on level 1. So, it's not actually an error, you might say. Basically, each one can trigger individually, so I could go to level 1 and have both of them trigger, and I'll meet 2 scrawny cats. Or I can go to level 1, have one of them trigger, meet 1 scrawny cat, and the other one will trigger later, another time I visit level 1. But until I meet 2 scrawny cats on level 1, it will stay there. Lots of weapons in that ton. None of them ones that I want. But, I guess it's nice to have. Or see. And already, another fate. Jeez. So many fates. Let's see what we have now. You may find a wooden rod of nothing on level 1, who cares? And you may find a rune self on level 1. Runes in this game, or I should say in this version of this game, don't work. Like, it is literally bugged. They don't mechanically work. But they will still show up as treasure. I don't know that they ever worked unless... Oh, there's a potion of augmentation. That would have been nice to have forever ago. I just picked up something I don't want. But yeah, I know that there were some fan patches or whatever after the original creator moved on to Tales of Magi, which is now on Steam, that continued this, another fate. They continued the ToME 2.3 branch that I'm playing right now. I haven't had a chance to try those. I believe because one of the things that somebody decided to fix was to just take out alchemists entirely. And let's see what my new fate is. You are fated to meet a boil-covered wretch on level 1. I can meet plenty of those in town. I don't care. Penn says, so this is that ToME game, huh? I've never seen you play it. Well, enjoy. It is a classic roguelike. Not a modern, put scare quotes around it, roguelike. This one is actually like the classic game Rogue. The only real modern roguelike, if you can even call it that, is Dwarf Fortress. I'm pretty sure that people still play NetHack. I was not NetHack in my youth. I was Angband, and this is an Angband variant that I'm playing right now. But NetHack, Angband, and ADOM, Ancient Domain of Mystery, or Ancient Dungeon of Mystery. Those are the three big roguelikes, and most roguelikes are variants of one of those. This one happens to be a variant of Angband, which is how I found it. But yeah, Tales of Magial is not really anything like this anymore. And when people talk about roguelikes now, they talk about things like Binding of Isaac that just have character death plus carryover upgrades. If you die and you upgrade through playing and dying, that's a roguelike now. Whereas, classic roguelikes have none of that. If I die, I'm dead. I don't have any bonuses or anything the next time I play. Penn says, I got really into Powder for a while on the Nintendo DS. That's pretty good. Not as deep as NetHack or anything. I am not familiar with that. Mostly because I don't have a DS. Why have I got two things? Why have I got the Ring of Arnis? Why am I not wearing the Ring of Arnis? I don't know what just happened, but oh well. Penn says, definitely a brutally difficult game with no carryover or even any idea what your items do. Yeah, that is more emblematic of classic roguelikes. Everything you get is unidentified and randomized so that, if you find a bubbly green potion, until you identify it, you don't know if that is even a good thing or a bad thing. You don't know what it will do. And then the next time you play, the next bubbly green potion won't do the same thing in that game. So you can't even carry over your metagame knowledge from play to play. I seem like once a month I end up ranting about modern roguelikes not being roguelikes. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that modern games are bad. I've put way too many hours into Binding of Isaac. My current modern roguelike whatever is Enter the Gungeon, which I suck at. Oh my god. But it's still entertaining. But they're not the same as this kind of game that I'm playing right now. I'm holding out for the best kind of rod, which I don't even remember what it's called. But I'll know it because it will have 200 max mana. See, like this... Oh, that's a tip. Never mind. Executioner's Sword of Amon, is that... No. Someday I will find a weapon that resists being shattered by mortal beings. Right, new fate. Let's see. Oh, you're fated to meet a mangy-looking leper on level 1. Is that one right there? That's one right there. Hey, buddy, I'm gonna meet you on level 1. No, I'm not. You're dead now. I'm gonna meet another one of you on level 1. I really hope I don't go this whole hour without seeing any potions of experience. That would make me sad. I'm getting close to 1,000,000 gold. In the wrong direction. I used to have almost 5 million. So yeah, like there. A Moonstone Rod of Simplicity of Nothing, 75 out of 75. That means that it has 75 mana in it. And rods naturally regenerate mana over time. And right below that, the Rod Tip of Illumination, 8 mana to cast. So if you put that Rod Tip onto that Moonstone Rod, it would become a Moonstone Rod of Simplicity of Illumination. When you used the rod, it would cast the Illumination effect, and it would spend 8 out of that 75 mana, so it would say, you know, 67 out of 75. And you could do it every turn until it runs out of mana, and then you just have to wait for the mana to regenerate. So they are like wands, except instead of having charges, they have their own regenerating mana pool. So it's more like an infinitely reusable scroll, except scrolls always there's not a good metaphor for this, because you know everything's going to be couched in D&D RPG terms or whatever. Pen says, sounds expensive. Actually, they're not compared to usual stuff. I mean, look, Rod Tip of Lightning Bolt, 7,000 gold. One thing, it's the black market, so they're going to charge more. Oh, hey, an artifact with a minus to damage. Strength, Intelligence, Wisdom, and Dex. That's weird. Chaotic effects, it's useless. Yeah, and then just slays. That was lame. Small metal boomerang. Extra damage, poison, strike set, yeah. Useless. But yeah, rods are good for utility spells. I'm going to want a Rod of Recall so that I don't have to carry around scrolls of Word of Recall. A Rod of Healing is nice, but it's less reliable than potions. Also, it's really rare to get. Penn asks, is this game as old as it looks, or was it just designed to look that way? It is and it isn't. Like I said, this is based on off of Angband. It's a variant of Angband. So I guess the best way to picture it is, like, imagine a custom campaign or a custom map for an old video game. I don't know, what's, like, imagine a Doom total conversion mod, where the mod could be new, it could be modern, but it's based on this old engine with the limitations therein. So yeah, this was made fairly recently. I think it was 2000-ish was when ToME first started, 1999, 2000, somewhere around there. But, you know, the root of this is Rogue, which was like 80s, 1980s. Which was then, you know, adapted into Angband, probably roughly the same time. 80s, maybe early 90s was when Angband came out originally. And yeah, and then this is just based on the same engine. So it looks that old because it's built on something that old, I guess you could say. I hate random artifacts that just are slays. A slay is where it says it does extra damage against a certain type of monster. Oh, my cell phone's making noise. I forgot to silence it because this is absolutely a professional operation where mistakes like that are not made. Did I mess this up? I must have. Anyway, if you see a weapon that says, like, it's Slay Undead or Slay Troll, that's where you get the term Slay. So, any, like, artifact weapon that says it does extra damage against, you know, evil beings, it does extra damage against orcs, whatever. Those kinds of enchantments are just called slays. Still no potion of experience. Did I miss any of these? Nope. I couldn't remember if I had seen one of those and never bothered to check it. I think I messed that up again. Yep. I did. Stupid dog. Now you're dead. That's why you shouldn't bother the giant troll trying to sleep in the doorway of the inn. You'd think these townspeople would have figured that out by now. I mean, how much oh, potion of experience. How much in-game time must have passed for this to still be going on? And I haven't left yet. Alright, so I want to get a stack of 5. I might get impatient at 4, which isn't going to happen today. I will have to do the maths on it, but I'm pretty sure a stack of 5 gives me a good chance at it. But I've already done 10 and haven't gotten any. Pen asks, how do you gain experience in the town anyway? Well, let's look. Item B in the inventory there. 2 potions of experience. That's how you get experience in town. You buy or steal potions of experience when they show up in the black market. Pen says, I assumed Bree was just the first general area. Yeah, this is the first town. Nothing in town spawns that will give you experience. All these little scruffy dogs, all the townspeople I'm killing, they give 0 experience. If I leave town into the overworld, I will find monsters, and they will give me experience. But then I've left Bree, and I've violated the challenge of never leaving Bree. And obviously, if I never leave Bree, I can't enter any dungeons and get experience that way. Most of the levels that I have to get to level 22 are from quests that happen in town. Your very first quest opens up your home here at 8 that you normally don't have access to this. You have to clear it out of bandits, and then they give you the home as a reward. And you get some experience for fighting those monsters. And then off here to the left, in that little grove in the lower right, or off to the right, sorry, in the grove in the lower right, I killed some trolls. It was actually the trolls from The Hobbit. Bert, Bill, and Tom, I think were the names. Wow, another potion of experience. Awesome. Okay. And that got me quite a few levels as well. And I've also drank some of these potions, some of the first potions of experience I got. I've gotten maybe 5 levels from drinking potions. Each one that you drink will give you basically, well, I think the way it works is each one will give you 100,000 experience. But if you gain a level, it will only put you like halfway to the next level before it stops giving you experience. So you won't get more than 1 level from a potion. And later on, I think around the 30s, mid-30s, you start to require more than 100,000 experience to gain a level, so you'd obviously need to drink more than 1 potion to get that much. But, yeah, basically for the first half of this, and by the first half of this, I mean the entire time that I've played now, 1 potion of experience equals 1 level. I'm doing a really bad job at explaining things this morning, and I'm sorry. I don't know why. I'm gonna blame painkillers, because they're a convenient scapegoat. But yeah, I took one this morning, and then I had physical therapy, and then I took another one after physical therapy. So, yeah. My shoulder still hurts a little. Actually. Ah. Whatever. Alright. I think I might need to start making money again soon. I don't really want to. It's tedious. But then this whole thing is tedious. Do I even need any time? I've got 11. I'm 11 short of another full stack. I might as well get them. Penn asks, what do you do for money? Do you steal that too? I don't. Because I'm an alchemist, I can just make money. Well, not directly. I can make magic items, and then I sell those magic items for money. It's a pretty sweet setup. It just takes... farming for ingredients, components in the town stores, which is its own kind of tedious, rather than just the tedium that I'm doing right now of looking for potions of experience. I thought I saw something in there, but I guess not. What is with everything disturbing me? Frickin' stupid birds. Can't you see I'm trying to sleep in the doorway of the inn because they won't rent me a room in the daytime because they're jerks? I'll throw that on the pile of scrolls of mass genocide. Why it won't let me stack them, I don't know. For some reason, the game does not like me stacking the store-bought fireproof scrolls of mass genocide with the ones that I've made myself. I'm not sure why. Frickin' bird. How I hate you. Do I know how to make a rod tip of disarming? I don't even know what... I can make a staff of disarm. Let's teleport. I do. Alright, that was a waste. Yeah, I'm going to want a rod of disarming. I'm going to want a rod of recall. And I'm going to want... Oh, wow. That is exactly the kind of rod that I want. And it already has Istari on it. That is kind of amazing. I just need like 3 more of those. Unfortunately, my house is full, so I don't know what to do with it. I can't put it anywhere. I'm gonna get out the confusion, I guess. In a regular playthrough, especially as an alchemist, I would be spreading these items out among various homes in the various cities in the game. And it would usually be either Bree and Lothlorien, or Bree and Gondolin, since those are the 2 cities most convenient to Bree that you will spend time. Did not get an essence from that. Sad. But as it is, I'm trying to cram everything into one home, and it's pain. Stupid cat. Disrupting me. Balanced Dragon Scale Mail. What is that? Sound, Shards, Chaos, and Disenchantment. That is interesting. That's probably the best dragon scale mail I've seen so far in the black market. But the fact that it has no enchantment is worrying. Plus, I've already got some pretty decent artifact armor. So I think I just have to let it go. The best dragon scale mail is power dragon scale mail. And if I can't get random artifact variant of it, the next best thing would be power dragon scale mail, or any dragon scale mail of immunity. Because that will tend to make you immune to one of the elements. And while it's not really reasonable to expect to get all 4 immunities, I'd really like to. I'm eventually... Well, you eventually always need immunity to fire, but it is definitely the easiest to get of the 4. And I'm really going to need, or I'm likely going to really need, acid immunity by the end of the game. For one certain dungeon, if nothing else. Yeah, I am planning to play through the entire actual game. Once I hit level 50, which is the level cap for this game. I think I just messed up again. There. I double messed up and it should cancel out. Yep. It did. Pen asks, do enemies scale with your level? No, they don't. The deeper in the dungeon you go, the harder the enemies get. Nice. Got all 8 essences of extra life from that potion of life. Potion of life is the best healing item in the game. When you drink it, you will heal all the way to full health completely, regardless of how many hit points you're down. If you cheat and make your max HP 1,000,000 and you're down to 1 hit point, a potion of life will still heal you to 1,000,000,000 hit points. Yeah, enemies scale with the depth of the dungeon. And not only that, but certain dungeons have what's called leveled enemies, where not only do the type of enemies you face become more dangerous as you go deeper, but the enemies that you do face will have increased stats, basically, based on how deep in the dungeon you are. You know, they will do more damage, they'll have a higher armor class, more hit points. It is as if the monsters gained levels. And the monsters actually do have a level rating. The same as the player does, although theirs doesn't stop at 50. Where if you know everything there is to know about a monster, you will see what level it is. And in the normal course of the game, you know, outside of these special dungeons, a given type of enemy will always be the same level. So, if you meet an orc archer, let's say, it doesn't matter where you meet the orc archer, or what dungeon level you meet the orc archer even, because there is some randomness to what levels enemies appear on, what dungeon levels enemies appear on. That orc archer will always have the same stats and be the same level with the same number of hit points, the same armor class, everything. But you go to a leveled dungeon and you meet an orc archer, he will have more hit points, more damage, and a higher armor class than a regular orc archer. Tallow asks, what about the Cat King or whatever it's called? I don't know what you're talking about. See there, Scrawny Cat level 0. If I were to go to a level dungeon and somehow met a Scrawny Cat, it would be higher than level 0. And it would be commensurately more dangerous. And it probably still wouldn't give me any experience points for killing it. What the heck is going on? I am all messed up right now. Talos says, there's some monster that's not aggressive unless you've killed cats, in which case it will try to murder your face off. I forget if it gets stronger the more cats killed or not. I honestly don't know what that is. And that's in this version, or is that in Tales of Magi-All? As far as I know, there's no enemy like that in this version. Yeah, Talos says I was thinking of a different game. Talos says, I'm sure days from now someone will correct me on the game. Probably not, because nobody watches these videos. Only those people watching right now will remember the time that Tallow was wrong about a thing. Unless I mention it in Discord right now. Say, hey everybody, Tallow's wrong about a thing. Wow, +6 to critical hits. That is a huge P-val for an item. I don't think I could do anything with it though. Has it really already been 45 minutes, or has it really only been 45 minutes? That's the problem with doing this challenge, is that I can never tell if I've been doing this forever or if I just started, because it feels like I've been doing this forever. But at the same time, because I haven't accomplished anything, it feels like I have not done anything at all. So it feels like no time has passed. Also, Talos says, I think I was thinking of Adam, which is entirely possible. Also, Talo, why aren't you in the Discord and talking? What was that? Oh, just another climbing set. Talos says, I don't feel like talking. Well, if Rally Pigeon were here, he would tell you he doesn't care what you feel like, you get in. But, I'm not that rude. Alternate explanation, I don't have that forceful a personality. Whether we are going to decide that Rally Pigeon's the flawed one or I am. Penn asks, where is the Discord? The Discord I'm talking about at the moment is for something awful. I might someday make another Discord just for this streaming nonsense. And that could be a thing for Patreon patrons, I guess. I could make a Discord and you can talk to me if you're a patron or whatever. But yeah, that can be for another time. Pat says, yo, it's not Angband. You're right, this is an Angband variant. Pat asks, any experience thingies? Still level 22? Looks like no. No, SQ Pat, I'm doing a new strategy. I've got 3 potions of experience hanging out in the house right now. And when I get to about 5... I'm going to extract the entire stack of them all at once in the hopes that one of them will roll the recipe for me. It's not actually any different according to the mechanics of the game engine, but it'll feel different. Greater Defender is actually a really nice set of defenses, but nothing I really need right now. Pat asks, if you never leave Bree, do you need anything good at all? Once I'm level 50, I'm going to leave Bree and play the rest of the game. But the challenge is to get to level 50 without leaving Bree, not to like, literally never do anything. Because never doing anything is boring. So yeah, once I hit level 50, I'm going to actually play through the game and show it off. Which means that yes, I will need nice things. Pat asks, can summons bring scary uniques up to town? No. The monsters you get with summoning are based on the dungeon level that you're on, so if you're in town, you will never get anything scary. Artifact Elven Cloak improves luck, immunity to paralysis. Produces an electric sheath. What is my current? It's an Elven Cloak of Stealth. Stealth, searching, and luck. So this is just a straight upgrade. So yeah, I'm buying this. That is just better than my current Elven Cloak. Did I sell it? No, it said I wore it. What? Sell. B. There. Jeez. Dumb thing. So I'm now wielding 5 artifacts that I've just bought in town. And I've got 2 more at home, just waiting. Waiting in the wings for their time to shine. I already know how to make rings of extra attacks. So I don't need that yet. Ideally, I'd like to, well, I'm an alchemist, so ideally I'll make lots of things that give me extra attacks. And I'll have like 8 pieces of equipment that each add 2 attacks, and I'll have plus 16 attacks, and it'll be crazy. But a fully kitted out alchemist can do crazy stuff like kill Sauron in 1 round of combat. And it's pretty insane. It takes some grinding to do, but if there's anything I'm known for, it's grinding. Suffice it to say that even after I'm level 50, I will still want there's another straight upgrade in equipment with that Amulet of Brilliance. I will still want potions of experience even after I'm level 50. And it will be related to that goal of making myself into a glorious god that can kill Sauron in one round of combat. A Ring of Speed. Do I know how to make a Ring of Speed? I don't. I need that. Oof, I need money then. Because I can't afford it. Or I could try stealing it, but let's go for the money angle first. Before I go for trying to steal it. Nothing I want. Although I do have... No, I can't do that with that. I could do this. Actually, hell, I've just got these. Oh, was that all? Okay, that's all I have, I guess. There, that's a quick 100 grand. Oh, it's still not enough. I'm like 65 grand short. Torres says, "Sir, congratulations on completing the FF6 100%. I missed the live stream, but watched the YouTube video this morning. Good stuff." Thank you very much for that. I spent way too long on that. What am I going to do? I wonder how much he'll pay for these things. You know what? I don't even need him, so there's that. Get some kind of return on those. I may just have to try to steal them. I really hate to risk it. Oh, there we go. I stole it. Okay. I got away with it. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, mana. And magic. So I need mana and I need fire. And I'm going to need this scroll of greater identify. Alright, I'm going to have to wait till stores refresh. Yeah, I'm going to show off how you get the recipe for an item without having to extract it when you've bought it from a store and normally can't. I could just buy one of those and extract and get that, but I've gotten most of it already. Two? I need more than two. Give me the other ring then. Yeah, now you give me too many. Alright, so I just need a wand of mana thrust to show up, basically. Which it's refusing to do. Pen asks, how would you normally find a potion recipe? By finding an unidentified potion, or just finding a potion in the dungeon, and using a scroll of Greater Identify on it, or casting Greater Identify if you have the spell. But items that you've bought from stores are specifically flagged so that you can't get the recipe from them normally. But we're going to get our way around that by exploiting the system. As soon as this stupid store will stock. Ugh! Actually, do wands of Mage Lock have mana? Let's find out. Nope, they have Force. So I don't need G. Normally wands of Mana Thrust are really common. I don't know why it's taking so long to find one. I don't get it. But yeah. As soon as I get frickin' essences of mana, I will show it off, and then we'll end it there because I am already over time. But I want this frickin' Ring of Speed recipe, because Rings of Speed are super awesome. Just dig. Is there anything else I can use to get mana? Not really. Nothing easily available in town anyway. This is really starting to piss me off. What in the world is going on? Why does nobody want to sell the most basic type of wand there is? Also, I want recall. There, bam, now I've got an adamantite rod of the Istari of Recall. So I don't need to worry about scrolls of Word of Recall being hauled in and out of the dungeon. There, Mana Thrust, finally. Jeez. Alright. So I've got a Ring of Speed, 100% off. I stole it from the black market. If I try to read a scroll of greater identify at it to get the recipe, it's not an option. Because it's already been identified, it came from a store. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to empower this Ring of Speed with the Indestructible flag. Now I have an Indestructible Ring of Speed. And it's flagged that I made it myself. Now if I try to read the scroll at it, I still can't, because items you made yourself are also flagged as being unable to be identified. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to extract the indestructible quality from it. I'm going to get a bunch of those essences back, and now I have a plain old Ring of Speed. It's no longer 100% off because it has forgotten that I stole it, and now I can use Greater Identify on it. Which means I can read the scroll of Greater Identify at the Ring of Speed, and now I have the recipe for a Ring of Speed from an item I bought in a store, which is normally not possible. That is how you exploit the system to get recipes. Unfortunately, this will not work for weapons and armor, because when you extract from a weapon or armor, it takes all of the enchantment off, not just one quality at a time. So if you have, say, a sword of extra attacks, and you make it venomous, and then try to extract it again, it will take off both venomous and extra attacks, and you won't get the recipe. And it will not work for potions, like, say, the Potion of Experience, because you cannot enchant them. So there's no way to remove the bought from a store flag. Pen asks, were you supposed to be able to do that? No. This is basically you might call it an exploit. It is an unintended mechanic. You are not supposed to be able to get recipes from items that you buy in stores, but this is a way around that. But now that I have the recipe for this here Ring of Speed, actually, what is there? Yeah, they've got a good one. I can just sell it to these people for 30 grand and get, 30 grand from an item that I, one, stole, which normally when you steal an item, it gets that 100% off flag, so you can't sell it back to another store, and two, already got the recipe from. So I made a profit off of learning that recipe, and it's pretty awesome. It takes 4 essences of mana to recharge one of these. So I don't need that essence of mana. I can also sell back the rest of this wand that I don't need. And what else is in my inventory? Scroll of nothing I don't need. Alright, so now that's how you exploit recipes in town. Again, doesn't work on potions. So unfortunately, I have to get a Potion of Experience the real way. I've got 3. I'm going for a stack of 5. Let me just set up for the next time Alright, and that will do it for... Penn asked me, you can still make money much more quickly now, right? The way that you make money, or the way that I make money, just because of the balance of easing of ingredients and profit. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to show off. It looks like I should be making money, though. I should be manufacturing money again. So next time, I will probably be manufacturing money. But that will do it for now. I'm like 10 minutes over an hour already. I am not going to stream tomorrow. I will... actually... I may not stream tonight because, again, the next thing I'm doing is going to be the glitch exhibition, or the one glitch that I want to exhibit in Final Fantasy 3, 6, whatever. And that's going to be like an all-day thing. I might be able to do that Sunday, but it might have to wait till Monday. And I will not be streaming tomorrow. That's why I did ToME today. I don't even know what I would stream tonight if I streamed tonight. I could do like a side thing, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I come up with. In any case, I may not be streaming again until Monday, fair warning, I'm sorry. I will try to let people know. I will send out a tweet, or I will post on Patreon. I'll post in the thread when I find out what's going on. And until then, take care.